Hello and welcome to the video explaining the two fundamental theorems of calculus, or the FTC. So, fundamental theorem of calculus number 1 states that, I'm going to just hammer you with the notation right now and explain what it all means in a second. So the integral from a to g of x, where g of x is some function, of f of t dt equals f of g of x, which means g of x plugged into the function f of x, times g prime of x. Alright, so what does this all mean? Well, remember, derivative of an integral, they kind of cancel each other out, right? So we can rewrite, I'm going to rewrite this, I'm going to give an example. So d dx of the integral from negative pi over 7, I'll show you why I chose such a random number in a second, to 2x plus 1 of t squared dt equals. Okay, well, this theorem tells us that all of this is going to equal f of g of x times g prime of x. So what is g of x? Well, that's going to be this 2x plus 1 right here. We're going to plug that in to t squared, so it's 2x plus 1 squared. And that'll be multiplied by the derivative of g, which is 2. So what we have here is 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 times 2 equals 8x squared plus 8x plus 2. So these cancel, we're kind of left with this here. We plug that into that function, we take the derivative of it and multiply it by 2. Now that was a little dry and kind of almost meaningless. But the fundamental theorem of calculus number 2 is much better, in my opinion. So if we have a function g of x, which is, if that equals f prime of x, if g of x is the derivative of f of x, basically, then, let me draw this out. The integral from a to b of g of x dx equals f of b minus f of a. And I'll show you an example of this in a minute. It's just what we've been doing in calculus with definite integrals. So we're going to take derivative from 0 to 1 of 4x, or not derivative, integral from 0 to, have I been saying derivative the entire time? I don't mean to. Of 4x cubed dx. So the first thing we want to do is we want to integrate, because what we have here is g of x equals the derivative of f of x. But to get from the derivative, we need to get from the derivative to the normal function. So this is the derivative of that. So if we're integrating that, we just get this normal function here. So the normal function here would be x to the 4th, because we're integrating. So we plug 1 into that, so it's 1 to the 4th minus, plug 0 in, 0 to the 4th equals 1. So all that says is you integrate this and plug b and a in for the function. Kind of a short video, another one coming soon.